of policy.
There are some issues in it that we would not be able to support. There's unfortunately a seeming parity between the government and peaceful protesters and then other Syrians who are trying to defend themselves, but we're going to study the draft carefully.
The draft presented to us obviously deserves many amendments. It is not balanced. Nevertheless, it is a draft on the basis of which we can negotiate.
In the meantime, funerals and peaceful demonstrations continue in Syria. This Friday is proclaimed the Arab League is Killing Us Day to show the anger that Syrians feel against the Arab League, which they say gives the regime time to continue killing. According to the Syrian Human Rights Watch, more than 200,000 people took to the streets on Friday in Homs to call for the fall of Assad's regime.
The results of parliamentary elections in Ivory Coast are out and President Ouattara's party has won majority of the seats. This has triggered accusations of bias from the opposition. And lawyers for the opposition in Congo are not satisfied with the Supreme Court's ruling on the conduct of the controversial presidential race. We have more on this and other stories in this roundup of news from the African continent.
President Ouattara's party wins the legislative elections in Côte d'Ivoire. The Electoral Commission confirmed on Friday that the RDR had obtained 127 of the 254 seats voted for on Sunday. The announcement helped calm down accusations that the vote count was biased. The spokesman for the Electoral Commission said we only take into account the results in the way they were expressed by the voters in polling stations. This is not about preferring one over another, he said. This is about transmitting what comes to us from different polling stations, and election records are there to prove it. The PDCI, for its part, took 77 seats. With this party as an ally and a few smaller groups, the RDR will comfortably dominate the new National Assembly. Laurent Gbagbo's FPI had boycotted the vote, denouncing the detention of its leader. A parody of justice. This is how lawyers of Vital Kamerhe qualified the treatment of their demand to cancel the election in the Democratic Republic of Congo. They all left the courtroom when the case began to be examined by the Supreme Court. Vital Kamerhe, who finished the presidential elections in third place with a little more than 7% of the vote, is denied